Hey guys, my name's Megan, and today we're going to talk a little bit about the laws of meditation, although there aren't any laws. Meditation is something that means a lot to me. So, what we're going to talk about is what it means to me, the different types of meditation, how it works, and how it can benefit you in your life, and how I tailored it to fit into my hectic daily routine, which is one of the hardest things I think about meditation is making myself do it daily. But ever since I have, the benefits just greatly outweigh not doing it. We're going to talk about how I felt after making it a priority, and I'm going to give you a little backstory on how I got involved with meditation to begin with, and how my life has changed and benefited from it. So, we're going to jump right in with what meditation means to me. It's a way to center your mind and body and to keep you emotionally, mentally, and physically healthy. I think a lot of people think that physical health is the only health we have. I don't know if it's because there's such a stigma around mental health and nobody really wants to talk about it. But if I'm emotionally drained and mentally just not there, I can be physically healthy all day long, but it's not going to matter because I'm not being the best version of myself, which in turn means I'm not being the best mom or wife or daughter or student just because my emotional and mental health aren't matching up with my physical. So all three of those are important to align, and whatever you have to do to make some me time and to put some time back into yourself. I've learned that if my cup's empty, then everybody around me's cup is empty because I can't go on fumes. Meditation refers to a broad variety of practice that includes techniques designed to promote relaxation, build internal energy, and develop compassion, love, patience, generosity, and forgiveness. You might look at those words and think that's a lot to go behind just meditation. But with the different types that we're going to talk about, you can kind of see how those characteristics fit into the meditation. Especially with me, patience was a big thing. I had no tolerance when I first started meditation. And since then, I have gained a lot of insight and I've gained a whole lot more tolerance than I ever thought I would have. It can be perceived in so many different forms, and it's basically up to the individual that's practicing it. There's no right or wrong way to meditate. There's nobody grading you. There's nobody watching you. It's just between yourself. Me, myself, and I is what I always say. And what helps you and what you find to tailor to your life may not necessarily work for me, and vice versa. And that's okay. That's the whole point of meditation is that you can tailor it to fit you, and we're all different. And so whatever works, works. And I have learned over the years to stick with what works. There are a lot of different types of meditation, 9 to be exact, that are recognized by the American Psychiatric Association and Psychology Today and other platforms like that. But we're just going to talk about a few, probably my favorites that actually worked for me the best. One of those would be guided meditation. It's what I started doing in the beginning of my journey, and it is so great for beginners until you get the hang of what you're doing. And I learned so much by doing guided meditations because it allows you to completely just let go and be guided by someone else and to not have to put any effort or any thought into the meditation or when you're going to do it or which one you're going to do or any of that. And, a guide is there to help you, and they may help you in different ways. For example, they could help you drum up some breathing exercises or work on your mantras to help you practice meditating at home. You may look at some specific mental imagery, and you also could do something like open up to painful emotions or do gratitude exercises. There's tons of guided meditations in person and online. I know for me in the beginning, I did it online in the comfort of my own home because I kind of felt dumb because I didn't know what I was doing, and my mind was everywhere, and I was just trying to find something to invest back into myself a little bit and to do some self care. And I had no idea that I was going to go on the journey that I went on with meditation. Another one is spiritual meditation, and it's been around for years. You know, Christians call it prayer. Buddhists call it meditating. Agnostics call it spirituality. But whatever you want to call it, it all focuses on a deeper understanding of spirituality and even religion, if you want to add that in there. I never did. I was agnostic, and I'm still not into organized religion. I do spirituality all day long, but organized religion is not for me because I think it's all about non-judgment. And, you know, whether you believe in a higher power or not, I think by the end of doing meditation, if you don't, you will. Whether that be God, Buddha, Jehovah, Mary, or the baby asleep next to you. If it's something greater than yourself, that's all that matters at the end of the day. It doesn't matter what you call it or what anybody else calls it. Another one would be movement meditation, and it's an active form of meditation, which is my favorite. The movement guides you into a deeper connection with your body in the present moment, and it's good for individuals who find peace in action and want to develop body awareness. It works great for me because I'm always on the move, and I do find peace in action and moving. I hate to sit still. It's almost impossible for me to sit still because of my ADHD. And I can't ever really just concentrate when I am sitting still. Now I can, but when I first started this journey, there was no way. People like to think it means just doing yoga when you talk about movement meditation, but it doesn't. It can be walking or gardening or cleaning the house or dancing or even cooking around the kitchen. Anything where you're moving your body is considered movement meditation. One of my favorites, it's called metta meditation, but it's also called loving and kindness meditation. So either one of those words or terms is good, but some people call it one, some people call it the other. And it isn't a traditional form of meditation, but it's still listed with the others, and it's probably one of the most beneficial to me, if not the most beneficial. It's used to strengthen feelings of compassion and kindness and acceptance towards yourself and others. And acceptance is what got me when I first learned about meditation. Because we all want to be accepted, whether it be by society or our friends or our family or our significant other. We want acceptance. And sometimes we're our own worst critic. At least I am. And it's hard for me to accept things that I can't change. You know, I want to fix, manage, and control things, and I want them my way. And that goes back to that instant gratification. But I've learned that you can practice this meditation by saying positive affirmations to yourself or giving compliments to others, and especially individuals that you may have a resentment of sorts towards. That's helped me over the years. It's like saying something nice to somebody that I just am thinking all these mean, hateful things towards, but I make myself say something nice, and usually that resentment fades away. The positive affirmations are great too. I actually have post-it notes on my mirror in my bathroom of things I say to myself every morning, and a lot of them are things I struggle with, so that's why I make myself do it daily. I also do daily devotionals, which can be part of this meditation. I journal, and a big thing for me is gratitude list because I always think there's something to be grateful for. So I make gratitude lists usually once a week. It's not something I do every day, but I definitely do it once a week, no matter what. And helping other people and paying it forward are also forms of this meditation. And I never realized until I started how much you can feel better just helping somebody else out. how meditation works is it produces you into a deep state of relaxation and your mind is tranquil. So pretty much that means that your body's relaxed, your mind's not thinking during meditation, and you focus your attention and eliminate the chaos of all your crazy thoughts that may be crowding your mind and causing you stress. And this process also can result in enhanced physical and emotional well-being, which we all need. It can strengthen areas of your brain that are responsible for memory and learning, also that are responsible for attention. And over time, it can increase brain cognition, memory, and attention. It enhances self-awareness and decreases insomnia, and even helps to fight addictions. And I'll talk a little bit more about the addiction part of this when I talk about my journey. It's believed that globally between 200 and 500 million people meditate. And it, like I said, it reduces insomnia by 50%, pain by 30%, and depression relapses by 12%. In 2021, over 75% of employers started offering some kind of meditation on site. So if employers are jumping on board like that speaks milestones for how beneficial meditation really is. It reduces anxiety. My husband has PTSD, and since he started meditating, it's reduced his panic attacks. It's reduced all of his PTSD kind of stressors and symptoms. So it can be wonderful for many, many things. A little bit about my journey with meditation before we wrap this up is, years ago, I had never really believed in organized religion. I grew up going to church, but it just wasn't anything for me. Spirituality was, but not religion. I was told by somebody that religion is for those that don't want to go to hell, and spirituality is for those who have already been to hell and don't want to go back. And that hit home with me and kind of stuck with me through a whole lot of phases of my life. I've always believed in a higher power, and I've always prayed. But my concept of both of those things has changed drastically over the years. And a lot of that has to do with my journey with meditation. I struggle with ADD and ADHD, and I have my entire life. I was on medication from childhood way up into my adult life. And I'm also a recovering heroin addict. I have 6 years clean, and meditation has helped me in so many ways with both issues. When somebody told me years ago that it could be beneficial in helping with addictions, I never believed it. I remember I wanted to come off ADHD medication, but I could never do it because the benefits outweighed the want to stop the medication. And I started practicing spiritual meditation regularly, and I started practicing the movement and the metta as well. And they forever changed me. My thoughts became more mundane and not so extreme. I could sit down and complete a task in reasonable time and not get up 25 times. Before, it took hours for simple tasks, or I would get sidetracked and have 20 different projects going at once. With my addiction, it's really helped as well because I've become more self-aware of my actions and more goal-oriented and organized. I think I've just kind of become a better person all the way around. But when I first got sober 6 years ago, my first year was pretty rough. And just because you get sober doesn't mean the thoughts aren't there. Getting sober is the easy part. Retraining your mind is the hard part. And meditation is what really kept me centered and focused and goal-oriented. It helped me get my kid back. It's helped me change my whole life around. So I really do swear by it, and I refuse to not be available for meditation in my life today. Even if I must stay up late or get up before my husband and kids, even if I do it in the car on the way to school, I make time because without it, my life is truly a mess.